Hello everyone, my name is Jenny and oh my god, you guys really liked my Transformers video? Now this may not look like much to some people, but to a small I'm not saying tuber, but to a small content creator like me, this is pretty big. So firstly, thank you very much. And secondly, while I do want to tell you to go watch it, I don't really want to because that video kinda sucks. My voice is awful, the editing is awful, it's just yuck. So, given my current situation with my most popular video, bar I think this one, I've decided that like 6 months later, I shall make a sequel with a new set of 8 different characters from the Transformers universe that I'm going to be giving Pokémon teams. If you remember from last time, we will be giving each character a team of 6 Pokémon, and duplicate Pokémon are not allowed, although I will allow other forms and evolutions. So, with that very quick intro out of the way, let's begin our Cybertronian journey with... Now, a few people asked me, Jenny, where is Elita One? In my first video, and honestly, I couldn't agree more. She definitely deserves her own team. I mean, she's strong, she's confident, she's in it to win it, and she can take me to dinner anytime. So, given that Elita is by far the powerhouse female Autobot, it's only fair I give her Nidoqueen, a big, powerful lady Pokemon who also shares her little bunny ear thingies. And I do wish Nidoqueen and Shiny was pink, because that would just fit so well. But instead it's... Her second Pokemon is Celebi. Due to Alita's ability to just stop time for some reason, even though it results in her death. Oh, but hey, the Shiny's pink. Thirdly, I'm giving her Galvantula, in reference to Transformers Animated and her eventual transformation into Black Arachnia. Now, to reference Elita's incredible fighting ability and her quick wit in combat, I gave her Medicham, a fighting psychic type Pokemon, who is also pink. Second to last is Machoke. If you see my first video, you know I like to reference Cybertronian's jobs before the war started, and if you don't know what war I'm talking about, why are you here? Anyway, Elita, known back then as Ariel, was a simple manual labour worker, which in the Machop line are seen commonly to do in Pokemon. And finally, back to referencing her name being Ariel, I gave her a Primarina, because it's a mermaid. Next up, we have a Cybertronian with one of the most unique abilities, Mirage. Now, I know we said no duplicate Pokemon for characters, and I gave Shockwave a Zoroark in my last video, and while there is an alternate form for Zoroark, it doesn't have the same properties. And if you know one thing about Mirage, a Zoroark would fit him perfectly. So, what to do? How about a trade? So for his first Pokemon, Mirage is going to have Zoroark, due to Mirage's unique ability to create, well, mirages and illusions. As for our pal Shockwave, I'm replacing his Zoroark with a Ditto. It can still transform into other things like Zoroark can, but only this time, it's widely accepted that it is a genetic experiment, which fits Shockwave's whole mad scientist vibe. Anyway, Mirage's second Pokemon is Stantler, who's also known for creating psychic illusions with its antlers. And next, Mirage, before the war, instead of being lower class like quite a few of the Autobots were, he was a rich snob, living up in his high penthouse and eating the most expensive energon he can buy. And what Pokemon do your average rich snobs have? An expensive, pampered Growlithe. Now, Mirage is also known for being pretty empathetic, often trying to find reason in the actions of the Decepticons, and thinking they may not be so bad. A pretty anti-war kind of guy. I mean, anyway, I searched empathy on Bulbapedia, and the only thing that came up was this one single Chansey card from the TCG. Yeah, it's funny, I'm gonna give him Chansey. I mean, they are known for their caring nature, so still works. For his fifth, he gets Kecleon, a Pokemon known for its ability to turn invisible, which is a skill that Mirage has. And finally, Dondozo, which may seem like an odd choice, but I chose it for two reasons. Number one is that Mirage can combine with other Autobots, much like how Dondozo can partner up with Tatsugiri to form one powerful Pokemon. And the second reason being is that I can make this.
We're just work friends.
Work friends? You've been inside me.
Next up on our list, we have one of the coolest designed Transformers in my opinion, Windblade. Now for our first Pokemon, and probably her ace Pokemon, she has Garchomp, a close quarters fighter that fights with the sharp blades on his arms. Like Windblade with her cool ass sword, it's also able to fly somehow, and it's often stated to be as fast as a fighter jet. Next we have Honedge, I think it speaks for itself, and keeping on track with giving away legendary Pokemon, she gets Tornadus. Windblade has control over powerful jets of wind she can shoot from her turbines, as well as small tornadoes. And keeping with this theme, she gets Rotom Fan. Again, I think it speaks for itself. Second to last, in reference to her Japanese inspired design, I gave her Furfrou, specifically in its Kabuki form. And finally, she has a Relicanth. Okay, a bit of explaining is required for this one. In the Gen 3 games of Pokemon, in order to gain access to the Ready Trio, it's required that you have two Pokemon in your party, a Wailord and a Relicanth. And I'm choosing Relicanth here because giving a big ass whale to a fighter jet doesn't really fit as well, despite Wailord being able to fly apparently. Anyway, I mention this because Windblade is able to communicate and control ginormous Transformers known as the Titans. And for our final Autobot today, we have another of my personal favourites, Wheeljack. For his first Pokemon, I'm giving him Bellibolt. Not only would an electric type be great for Wheeljack in his lab, powering various Watsits and Doohickeys, but also because Bellibolt's eyes on its head light up, like Wheeljack's ears do. Next is Tinkaton. Like I said before, Wheeljack is an inventor at heart, and what is the one thing Tinkaton is known for? Okay, what is the second thing it's known for? Creating its own weapon, of course, constantly tinkering on its big hammer to make it bigger and more dangerous. Thirdly, we have Golurk. I mean, not only does it already look like a Transformer, but Wheeljack, using his inventions, is capable of flight, which is usually locked behind those who have an aerial alt mode. And would you believe it? Golurk can also fly. Fourthly, I'm giving him Iron Treads, which is man-made, meaning it could be a Wheeljack invention, and plus, it's one of the very few Pokemon that can roll out. Now I think another great Pokemon for Wheeljack is Porygon Z. Not only is it man-made, meaning Wheeljack could have made it himself, Porygon Z specifically isn't known for being the most stable, much like most of Wheeljack's inventions.
My new shock blast cannon.
And keeping with this note, finally we have Electrode, because moving from good to evil now, this is another character from the last video that was absent. Starscream, the leader of the Seekers, and taker of L's. Easily one of the most recognisable and popular characters from the Transformers franchise, whom I didn't cover before because I wanted to talk about Black Arachnia. But he's here now, and he's ready to probably whine and complain about something. For Starscream's first Pokemon, and probably his ace, he gets Grimmsnarl, due to its signature move, False Surrender. It's no secret that Starscream has tried to murk his boss Megatron on numerous occasions to become the true leader he thinks he is destined to be. And although Megatron does keep him around, despite these attempts, Starscream knows who's the stronger one between the two, of course being Megatron, so whenever he's caught, he tries his hardest to act like he's just a low little Decepticon who made a big whoopsie.
You are either lying or you're stupid! I'm stupid! I'm stupid!
Next we have Latias, which I think speaks for itself. It is also known to travel in herds, like Starscream flies with his Seeker Squadron. For his third and fourth Pokemon is Mandibuzz and Honchkrow, both evil and ruthless flying type Pokemon that prey on the weak, Honchkrow even being the head honcho of its Murkrow mob. Starscream also gets Guzzlord, a big insect-esque Pokemon in reference to Transformers Beast Wars, where Starscream's corpse was resurrected as the freaky Protomorph X. And finally, he has Galarian Corsola, which is an undead ghost coral. Now, a fun fact about Starscream, he's actually, like, immortal. After being killed, his spark lives on as a ghost, through pure spite and resilience. Now imagine being that petty, you simply refuse to die. Why do I hear FNAF music? Okay, now, I know I said we're only doing 8 characters in this video, but that was a lie. We're actually doing 9. I'm lumping these two together as a duo, just for a bit of fun. So let me introduce you to Skywarp and Nova Storm. Now these two aren't exactly associated with each other much, or even remotely consistent at all in the franchise, especially gender, but Transformers Earthspark has cemented in my brain that these two lovely ladies should simply be together. Maybe even together. Anyway, both Skywarp and Nova Storm both get Squawkabilly, the blue and yellow ones respectively. They can fly, like our two ladies here can, and are based off of those greasy goons you see in movies, Sky and Nova both being Seeker goons. Next they both get a doggo, Maschiff and Houndour. Maschiff's whole deal is simple. It tries to act scary and fails tremendously. Like how Skywarp is often stated to be great at stealth missions, but is dumb as a brick. Now Nova Storm has Houndour, not only to match her counterpart, but due to its flash fire ability, making it immune to fire type attacks, like Nova Storm's armour that grant her incredible heat resistance. And finally, a Pokémon to reference their unique powers. Skywarp gets Elgium because of her ability to teleport, and Nova Storm gets a Coughing, being a member of the Rainmakers, a small group that essentially cause damage to the environment. And while Nova is specifically more fire-based, Coughing can learn fire moves, and come on, what does more damage to the environment than the constant toxic gas that's released into the atmosphere every day? Thanks, government. Now, every evil group of transforming robots needs a doctor, and who better for the Decepticons than the local car enthusiast himself, Knockout. Now, as I mentioned just now, Knockout is a car enthusiast, so much so he chooses to make his alt mode a sporty red car, much to the dismay of Starscream, who sees it as impractical. So there isn't going to be a better option to bring out this Pokemon, so he gets Revavroom. I mean, it's a car, he likes cars. Next, he has Quaxley, a little Pokemon who's obsessed with looking his best, putting gel in its hair to keep it looking sharp. And Knockout is known for his obsession over making himself and his alt mode look amazing, getting really upset if his paint is chipped. And now, we love referencing weapons here, so who better than Dracozolt, with its signature move, Bolt Beak, to reference Knockout's Energon Prod. Now of course, Knockout is a doctor, but more so specialises in dissection rather than fixing. So I chose Aromatisse, who is based off a plague doctor, who rarely ever cured anyone of anything, but looked hella swag while doing it. Also look how flamboyant it is. Perfect for Knockout. Second to last, we have Golisopod. Now Knockout is no pushover. He's not exactly the bravest though. He can definitely hold his own in battle, but tends to turn tail and run away if things get too hairy. Exactly what Golisopod does, with its ability, Emergency Exit. And finally, it's pretty heavily implied, due to his nature and mannerisms, that Knockout is a gay man. And the word knockout is even used to describe a devilishly beautiful woman, so who better than Throw? Yeah, Throw. Its gender is 100% male, so they have no choice but to be a boy kisser. This is a joke. Being gay is not a choice. If you think it is, get out of my video. I'm waiting. And for our final character today, we have a guilty pleasure of mine, the conman himself, Swindle. No matter who you are or what you want, Swindle either has it or can get it for you, for the right price of course. Now Swindle is just that, a swindler. He's slimy and mischievous, and he'll get what he wants if he thinks he can sell it. So I'm giving him Sableye for his fascination with shiny gems, and Sneasel, because like Swindle, he's a weasel. And next up, you know the drill, it's weapon time, and Swindle's weapon of choice is a big old grenade launcher. So who better than Alolan Golem, who fires exploding Geodude from its back. Poor guys. We also have Carablast, who on its own isn't anything special, but trading it with a Shell Mitt, and it evolves by stealing its armour, and becoming a Scavalier. A little theory goes a long way for Swindle. Swindle has also obtained a little Gimmighoul that comes along with this big chest of gold coins. A dream for this greedy guy. And finally, Swindle owns a Zygarde. It's true, yeah. He got it legit. Not through a street of trades and stealing and finding the right buyers to get this Zygarde cube. No, it was legit. And with our final character out the way, we've reached the end of our Pokemon journey for now. I hope you all enjoyed. This was a lot easier to make than the first part, I'll say that much. And maybe I'll do a part 3, maybe, if you really make me. Just try. I may make some other Transformers videos in the future, who knows. I just want to say, again, a huge thanks for support on the first video, even if it was kind of shittily put together, but still thanks regardless. So if you're new around here, you should totally subscribe, it's so cool. I make silly what if videos like this quite a lot, and a video essay that one time. Also be sure to like the video, hit the bell, and kick Louis Pikmin 2 into space where he belongs. I've been your host, JohnnyBot, and this is me shutting down. Bye bye.